We're here with Washington State women's basketball head coach Kamie Ethridge. Coach, we'll get an opening statement of just about how's your team preparing for this week? You guys are going to go down to LA, play USC on Friday, UCLA on Sunday. How are your team preparing for the weekend?
Same way we've prepared every week. Just got right back at it on Monday. We do a little bit different. We go Monday, Tuesday, and then we're off today. So, it was a quick turnaround, a lot of excitement in the gym. I'm sure our players are having to deal with a lot of people reaching out to them and wanting responses and congratulating them. So, it's a big thought for us right now. Certainly as coaches, we want to make sure our players can really focus in and not get distracted by the things that a good season, maybe provides or puts in front of us. We've got to handle success. And you do that by how you show up at practice every day and again, continue to be a great teammate and someone that wants to get better. And I feel like we're doing that. Got a great challenge in front of us on the road, USC and then UCLA. So doesn't get easier in this league.
You guys were ranked for the first time in program history this Monday in the AP poll. What's your thoughts about it, and how did the team take that news?
Yeah, I don't think any of us, I thought I knew a lot of stats of what we haven't done or maybe some of the things that have been a little bit down and out for our program, but I did not know that one. I did not know that we hadn't ever been ranked in the top 25. So again, it's the thing I keep saying. I know people are sick of it, but it is neat to be on the rise. It's neat to be a part of a program that is gaining momentum and creating a buzz and doing things for the first time. A lot of programs never have this because they're so successful. It's hard to get first anymore because they have so much tradition behind them. We don't have that, but it's a real motivator for this team. And again, remembering to celebrate what we are accomplishing and what we've done so far. So gotta enjoy it, gotta celebrate it. It's an awesome thing to be in the top 25, but in reality is it means nothing when we step on the floor to practice or play.
In a little bit as well, it's nice to be ranked and everything, but that's definitely not the end destination. That's just part of the journey as it goes along. What's been your message to the team to kind of keep them, not to say that they've been overjoyed by it, but to keep them grounded and keep reality and keep the situation, the presence of mind of what the reality of the situation is that we're only at the halfway point and we still have half the season to go?
Yeah, I don't think we're even at the halfway point. So we have a lot more of that. I think, you just feel if you could have started the season and said, you can be 7-1, will you take it? We would have all jumped up and down and thought that's the best present ever. So the fact that we're here 7-1 is unbelievably awesome. Now who cares? Now it's just about the road ahead of us is so long and hard, and the mountains we have to face are different every time we face a different opponent in the pack. Wildly different, uber talented, and in most cases bigger than us, and present a lot of problems for us. So, you take the success that you have, but you understand the magnitude of what we're going forward with and who we have to play, and so that keeps us pretty grounded and makes us understand that we're happy where we are, but it's going to take a lot more resilience to even remotely compete in these next few games.
Jamie Finnick, Coug fan, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, one of the big pieces of your team this year has been Crystal Ledger-Walker. She's kind of seems to be your floor general and one of your senior leaders. Can you talk about the impact that she has on the team?
Yeah, just a great leader. She's as a coach, you just want that extension of you or your coaching staff on the floor. She knows us well. She's experienced. She hasn't played at this level, but she's grown as a player, a fifth-year player in a gym. I mean, she is so prepared for this level. And I do think you're right. She is the unsung hero in so many ways because, she takes the bulk of the possessions where she has to do everything in every possession. She has to bring the ball up. She has to get us into offense. And then she turns around and she guards sometimes their point guards that are in plays all over the court. She's so effective because she's in great shape. She's so effective because she's got such high IQ. She's so effective because she has the respect of her teammates. You know, they listen to her, they believe in her, and they know that she's going to do whatever it takes for the team to win. So she's going to make everybody look good, and she doesn't care if she scores or not. So she's the epitome of a point guard and the leadership that you want. And it gives us as coaches a lot of confidence to put the ball in her hands because she's going to make the right decision.
Thank you, Coach. Best of luck this week.
Jim Allen, spokesman review.
I had an interview today with Charlize, and you're talking about handling success, and she seems very poised and very calm, both on the court and off. How important is that in handling success? And tell me a little more about Charlize, maybe off the court a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think when I speak of her, I think the thing that we as Americans see in sports is we see so many American superstars, and it is our nature to be very, bravado and loud and Mamba mentality, and killing your teammates if they don't do something right, when you're just the best player on the court. And that is just not Charlize. And I honestly thought that might be the one thing she's missing. She doesn't have that dog, she's not that killer that come across that way, but she is every bit of a killer, and she does it with a calmness. And I keep using the words unaffected. She's unaffected by the big moment. She's unaffected by the success she's had. She's unaffected by the jersey that the other team is wearing, and she's 19 years old. I mean, she's really a calming influence. Her sister is too. There's a quiet confidence around her. She's really, her teammates respect her because she's handling all the success, and it doesn't go to her head. And she's, comes back and is still the best player in the gym and the smartest player in the gym and the one that's working as hard as everybody. And like I said, she gains a lot of respect because she's such a great teammate. So she's a really special athlete. And don't get me wrong, I did not say she's not a killer. She still is a killer. She just doesn't come across as, the Americans sometimes do.
Thank you.
Coach, one question is, Sheridan Molina came in off the bench on Sunday, scored 8 points, had a really big steal late in the game, took it right out of the hands of Ari McDonald, took it down the court. The commentator says she just Ari'd a little bit in that play there. Just talk a little bit about her development and her growth just here from her sophomore to junior year, where she's really been elevated and played a bigger role for you guys this year in a reserve role.
Yeah. I mean, Lynn has worked so hard on her shooting and changing her shot. And I think that's been important for her shot to get better and something that would be consistent for her outside shot. But what she's even done more is she's been tireless in working on her finishes, because she's a jet and she's going 200 miles an hour when she hits the rim. But to be able to finish over the length of the athletes and the size of the posts that are catching her at the rim, and it's that wrong hand, wrong foot, we call them funny foot finishes, and finishing with the right and left hand. I mean, those are the things that, she missed way more last year than she does this year. She's still getting there, but she's finishing those and reverses and things like that. That's huge because she's a different speed than Crystal or anyone else that might be entering us in offense. So when we put her, we have that as a weapon that we can come in with her, where they've been guarding a middle ball screen in one way, and all of a sudden she's in that middle ball screen and she can just flat out get around the size or the quickness of the people trying to trap her. So it's a great 1-2 punch for us to have. She's a great competitor. She's a great leader. She's always kind of on the second group and the main ball handler in the second group against the starters. And she loves that. She's got a chip on her shoulder, which we love in our gym, like players like that and leaders like that. She's not afraid of the big moments, and she's stepping up and making huge plays for us this year.
Friday is the first game of a 4-game road trip for you all. It's a really big road trip. You go to LA this weekend. Next weekend, you do the Oregon swing. How has it been this season playing on the road? This is going to be your 4th road game with no crowd and having that crowd noise there. How do you feel like it's been going for your team, and just kind of what are your thoughts on it? And does it give the road team kind of even odds that they don't have that sixth man there?
Yeah, I think it makes it an even playing field. I don't know that you have near the advantage. You know, the momentum shifts and swings might not be swayed so much. The intimidation factor, all of those things. Heck, this year we'd love to have the fans because we might be creating something special over in Beasley that would make it even harder for teams to come in here. But you know, the reality is we just want to show up on game day and be the same consistent defensive team, offensive team, the grittiness, the toughness, the competitiveness, and we want to just and those kinds of things. When we are those things, that travels on the road. You know, you have a chance to succeed if you can be the tougher team, or you can be highly competitive, or you know, the physical team that's going to match whatever the offensive the home team has. So again, we've shown glimpses of being able to do that on the road. These 4 games are, you know, again at high level schools and tradition rich schools. So these are great challenges for us to try to duplicate this effort that it's going to take for us to succeed these next 2 weekends.
All right, Coach, we appreciate your time. Best of luck this weekend down in LA. We'll talk to you after the games.
Let's go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Thanks.